myself, I love my sweets and desserts, which is why this is super exciting because here on Wake and Bake, we're going to teach you various recipes on how to bake cakes and pastries, as well as introduce you to some business entrepreneurs. Want to know more? Wake and Bake. So I'm here with Nani, and upon special request, she has agreed to make salted caramel cake.
So let's go through the ingredients. We have 225 grams of all-purpose flour. We have 4 whole eggs,
Large eggs.
200 grams of salted butter. We have 2 tablespoons of full cream milk. We have 100 grams of brown sugar, 125 grams of caster sugar, and then we have 1 tablespoon of baking powder and vanilla essence. So this will be the base of our cake. So let's go through the method. So the first step is we're going to grab the butter.
Okay, so butter.
And you're going to help me to put it into the mixer bowl. And next we are going to put in the caster sugar and the brown sugar as well. Alright, and a bit of vanilla essence. So this is done. So we're going to mix this. So we're going to go on a higher speed. So it's time for us to put our eggs.
Alright.
So one at a time.
And the last one.
Alright. Alright, so this is done. So next we're going to grab our flour and we're going to mix our baking powder into our flour. So this is ready. So let's put in flour in. And lastly, we are going to put in our milk. So this is done. So next we're going to need our baking tin and our canola cooking spray. So you are going to spray the cake tin and also the parchment paper. So this is done. So we are going to pour our cake batter in. So I'm going to divide it equally to 3. So then we are going to spread the cake batter. Alright, so this is ready to go into the oven. 2.
And the last one. Alright, so how long do we have to wait now?
So we're going to bake for about 15 to 20 minutes and then we're going to check it out.
Alright, so we'll see you guys then. Alright, so that was the sound of the oven. I think the cakes are ready. Shall we go get it?
Let's get our cake. Smells good.
So that's one.
Alright, so cake. We have to let the cake cool. So while waiting, we have to do our frosting and of course our salted caramel sauce. So we're going to get started with the sauce first. So let's go through the ingredients. So we have 100 grams of salted butter,
Alright.
250 grams of whipping cream,
That's it.
225 grams of caster sugar. We're going to start off with our caster sugar. So we're going to melt it first. So slowly, there you go, on a low heat. And then you're just going to lift it up. And this is another tip that I like to do is just to
Sort of swirl it. Right.
swirl the pot and put it back. So if you see, it's almost done. So we're just going to swirl this. So a bit more. So we're just going to start mixing. So the sugar has completely melted and the color is amber in color. It's amazing. It smells so good. You have to add the butter right away. So now, if you look at it, it's going to bubble.
Oh my god, yeah.
Lastly, we're going to add on is the whipping cream. Alright, so look at the salted caramel sauce. It's simmering and it smells so good. I'm going to pour this in.
Transfer it to different
I
bowls.
mean, look at the color. It looks amazing.
It's glossy, it's caramelly. It's everything good in one.
So we're just gonna sprinkle a bit of salt. So we are gonna mix this and we're gonna put this aside because it's ready.
What's next?
So next we are gonna do the caramel Swiss meringue buttercream.
All right. So what do we need for that?
So we're gonna need 4 egg whites. We have 340 grams of salted butter, 160 grams of caster sugar, and of course our vanilla.
So what's the method like?
All right, so we're gonna grab our bowl.
Here
So
you
we are
go.
gonna double boil our egg whites and butter. So now we're gonna put in our egg whites and our caster sugar. So now we are going to mix. The sugar has dissolved completely, so we're
Yep.
gonna switch off. So and then we are gonna lift the bowl up. And now we need our mixer.
Okay.
So we are gonna transfer our egg white mixture
Into the bowl.
and then we are gonna mix this up to the maximum speed.
You can see how the colors already changed, right?
Yep, so let's just check as usual. We'll put it there. Look at that. So it's amazing.
It's stiff.
So this is done. So we are gonna put in our butter. So butter is all in. So we're gonna increase our speed. So we also need our vanilla. So just about half a teaspoon will do. So, you know, since this is a vanilla Swiss meringue buttercream, so to make it caramel, of course, we need our main star ingredient.
The caramel sauce.
The caramel sauce.
Which we prepared earlier.
So, look at that.
Wow.
So this is done, our salted caramel Swiss meringue buttercream.
So we already have our buttercream set, we have our caramel sauce done, and we have chilled or cooled our sponge cakes.
Correct. So now it's time to frost. So let's start with putting
The buttercream.
the buttercream
Wow.
on our cake. So you can help me to smoothen the top. And this is done. So you can actually drizzle a bit of the
Salted caramel.
caramel sauce and look at that.
Wow.
Eating salted caramel cake for so long.
Yeah, I just feel guilty taking it all for myself. But sharing is caring, right?
It's really fluffy.
All right, so we're done with our first recipe for the day. We still have another recipe coming up.
That's right.
So Nani told me that after this, we'll be preparing donuts, but with a filling that she will only be revealing after this. So don't go anywhere because we still have a lot of interesting tips and tricks that Nani will be sharing right after this. But until then, this is Wake and Bake!